All right, man. We back in the building. It's your boy D friend.
What's good? What's good? It's been a minute. It's your boy B Neil.
Been a minute. Oh shit, hold on, my bad. I fucked that up. But we here in the build. I gotta actually put this back over here. So we're back in the building for another episode of Absolutely Unsure. The first episode of 2024. So got a couple things to get into, a couple recap things, a couple new things, a lot of shit. Cat Williams, Jeffrey Epstein list, all kind of stuff going on for you
It's
guys
been
today.
real spooky.
So before we get started, Bryce, you know how to start it off. I don't know. It's been like 2 weeks, so you got anything good? Got anything bad? Whatever you got.
Algebra said, I ain't got no good things, man. I got real life things. And I mean, you might as well share it with you guys because y'all boys the gang. Bro, it's something just stuck on my screen right now. It's annoying. But, brother, these truck problems been annoying. I had spent so much money on this truck in the last, I want to say, like 3 months. Got a new Cadillac converter. Got some bread. What else I had got? I can't even think of it. I just paid 1,600, nigga, because my truck was smoking. I'm like, all right. That was like they wanted 3,000, but they're like, we'll work on this because it's a at least try to get you through. Nigga, this bitch right back smoking like ain't nothing happened, nothing different. I feel like them niggas ain't even saw the problem at all. So
My boy
I
Fox doing
literally,
some mechanic work. Hit my boy Fox up, man.
yeah, I might have to, brother. I literally came out $1,600 last week, and then it's all right back not working the same. Like the next day, I pulled this whole out the shop. It's like, bro. But I ain't tripping. I'm about to get this rental car. I was about to literally get a rental car to start doing Uber anyway. So it's like I really just need the help because I ain't gonna be able to drive that truck right now. Not till I get some more funds because that motherfucking drained me the last couple months.
We got the hater in the chat for the first live of 2024. We got the hater trail in the building. So
Bro, my shit tripping.
yeah, I ain't really got nothing. Just the year's here, ready to get it cracking, ready to get it started. I've been streaming the past 2 days, so today's the third day. I was gonna stream myself for today, but I was like, fuck it, we doing a live stream with me and Bryce anyway, so I'm gonna just go ahead and hop on with him, and this will be the third day in a row. So we'll get it cracking like that.
Yes, sir.
Got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to get into. What do you wanna dive off into the deep end first? What you wanna just put a bow on last year, then roll into the Cat Williams shit, or what you wanna do? You wanna just hop
Yeah,
into
let some more people get in here. We can wrap up last year. That's a good combo, especially being New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody that's in this thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We kind of recapped a little bit on Water Stream, just like what our music wasn't that that intriguing this past year. I'm hoping for a more intriguing 2024. I don't really have too many expectations. I'm going this year with no expectations, right? I'm going to listen to everybody, or at least I'll say this: I'm going into people with the expectations I have of them, right? Like Playboy Cardi's been dropping music. I'm grading it on what I think he could do, and if I think he's doing better than I think he can do, then I'll be like, okay, that's cool. I won't put it as like a top song, but if I'm gonna just grade that person, I'll grade it off that person. That's how I'm going to the year musically when I'm talking about music and listening to music. Now, if you're a goat, I'm a hold you to the goat type standards. But
Yeah, supposedly Kanye gearing up. How I've been hearing J. Cole's supposed to drop all this year, last year. So
yeah,
we'll see about these goats, man. How they gonna perform?
what do you think about people saying that J Cole was the MVP last year? Like a lot of people was like he was the MVP just based off his features. Do you think like his features were good enough to bypass people who actually drop projects and shit like that?
So I'm not so sure about all the features that came out last year. I know 2022 he had a great run, and I remember we pretty much the nigga had like 15 down there features. For like this year, I didn't feel like it was so much as heavy, but
Yeah,
MVP, nah, man, you gotta at least have an album out, bro.
yeah.
You gotta at least have an
Like
album out.
that's
Like
how I
unless
feel about
you
it.
really got major hits throughout the whole year, like
Yeah, and the features like, of course we know J Cole can rap really well, but like you're talking about the feature. They got a feature with Boz. He had a feature with Benny the Butcher. He had a feature with obviously Drake. He had a feature with Nicki. He had a feature with Yachty. Like those are all good verses. But to make you the MVP of the whole year when people actually put out full length projects, especially like Gunna, because a lot of people was like not really showing him too much love on the end of the year list. It's just kind of like I can't do it because like I said, the features weren't like like those Wayne feature runs where like his features are actually like on hit records, like big records for that year. Even like a little baby when he was on his little feature run around 2020, 2019, whatever, those are actually like big records he was featured on. So it's like Cole had great
yes.
verses, don't get me wrong, but those records weren't overall for the whole year impactful. Nobody was saying like the song he was on was like the best song of the year, besides maybe the first person shooter shit with Drake. But that was like
Yeah.
a last fourth quarter entry right there. But yeah, I think J Cole probably be that's my hot take. No, it's not even a hot take. It's like I think if
He'll
J
be
Cole's
up
on
there
the
though.
if J Cole the one who drops this year, I can see him probably being the MVP. Depending on what his album sounds like we spoke about, is it going to be more just like a J Cole only type vibe? Is he going to try to branch out? Not saying this to go mainstream, but kind of how like Kendrick did with Damn. Like that still sounds like Kendrick, but it had a lot of big records on that album. So we'll see what J Cole got in the cut.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into it. Trailer already
Hold
said
on.
Gunna his MVP.
Look, you see that right there? You see the backtrack? Even first person shooter was here today, gone tomorrow. When I was saying that, you remember when I was saying that? It ain't gonna be on the charts. Trey was like, Wardo's cooking D friend right now. Oh my
Uh,
goodness. And
uh,
now, and now first person shooting here is here today, gone tomorrow. Niggas is dick suckers. But you know, it's 2024. Everybody can't change that fast. They're still stuck in their ways. But J. Cole not dropping anytime soon. Oh, Metro Boomin and Future dropping this year. They said that's coming up maybe like in the next 3 months. So we got a future Metro Boomin project coming out soon. I'm excited about that one as well because Future ain't dropped in what he ain't dropped since 2022. So we'll
yeah, I'll be
what happens
excited
with
for
that.
that.
But as far as everybody else, Kendrick, I doubt he's dropping. Travis already dropped. Nicki's not dropping. Cardi B, she's on the clock. She got to drop this year. I think she'll drop this year. It might
Well,
be
she'll be on like on 7 years now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, she damn near will be shit. It's 2004, 2024, 2025 next year. She would be damn near 3 more years, so 10 years since she dropped the album. So yeah,
God damn, she got one album. Yeah, she's
bro.
like a. I can't call it a legacy act. I forget the. It's another word for it though. At this point, like, bro, you ain't dropping no albums. You just like
Yeah.
a little.
She thinks she Lauren Hill or something. I don't know. But at least Lauren Hill had the score. So I mean, she had that with the Fugees, and then she dropped her solo project, and then she stopped dropping shit. But I don't know. Maybe she's scared. Maybe the label. I don't know. Who knows? But
She trash for that.
yeah.
7 years
She
is
she
insane.
she she messed it up for herself because, like I said, she had the momentum, and now it's like Nicki dropped her project. People rock with the Nicki project, so now it's more pressure on you than there was before. So I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know.
Yeah, she like she folding right now because 7 years is insane.
Yeah, and then all the
And
new
it
people
actually,
coming in.
and she been dropping features and shit, so it ain't like she ain't rapping. Like we see you rapping.
Yeah,
She always in media, but she ain't dropping no albums. That shit crazy.
yeah, but that's my. I don't really have no predictions. I know I put the MVP comeback whatever, but I guess J Cole will be my MVP unless Drake ends up dropping and actually like takes the album seriously. Then I'll say that he'll drop. Tyler Creator's supposed to drop. That's what you're saying in the chat. Tyler, if he drop, he'll probably win the Grammy for Rap Album of the Year just because he's like and he makes good albums, but he's like the Grammy guy now when he drops his album. So we'll see. But I don't know.
Man,
Hopefully this year there's more like new, exciting people who are actually talented at making music. Like not I ain't saying nobody got to be Big Sean's, Meeks, and Drakes and Coles and whatever's, but just some new people that like actually feel like they actually like to make music and it's not just like a lick. It's not like I'm popular in my city. I started rapping. I got a little crossover and make a
yeah,
song. I'm here today, gone tomorrow type of shit.
because that's what it seemed like. Most of the women rappers right now, maybe outside of the Meg Thee Stallion, but most of the women rappers like the Cardi B's, Sexy Reds, and then obviously if you go to the male side, the little babies, it speak to what you're talking about. Like they hit a lick and they like fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
but it don't seem like they in love with it. But I ain't gonna lie, it might be another bold prediction, or maybe it ain't too bold. I don't know how people feel. It might just be another dry year, bro. Because I was thinking like when you said MVP prediction, I'm thinking Kanye. I'm like, I could easily see a Kanye album being hot when it first dropped, and then like 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month later, nobody talking about that hoe. And I could easily see the same thing happen with a J Cole. I don't know. Not to say this anything will be trash, but I could just see like not really getting captivated by music, like you said. Maybe it's some
Hmm.
new refreshing sound or artists out there that might come upon us or some shit like that. But pause, this shit crazy. But
No, that's crazy.
yeah, it might just be another drop, bro. Because yeah, I think about it. Like you said, a new artist, and then now I'm thinking like a new sound, bro. Like we've been on the trap beats for a little minute now, so it's like, are we gonna get an elevation of rap where it's something that's still genuine and the main fan core base still like the shit? Because like we see rappers trying to obviously like, look at Uzis and the Playboy Cardis, like we see niggas converting rap and being different like subgenres of rap, but that shit not really sticking. Or it's gonna be a new sound that gonna stick that we
Yeah.
like that's not the trap, bass beat shit like that. Like for a minute it felt like it was kind of being drilled, and then just a little side bit, that shit like that's dying fast. I don't know if you've seen the 504 and shit with the white boy. It's just like drill rap don't seem like it's gonna be lasting too much longer. So that was a little wave that maybe could have popped off a little bit.
Yeah. I just never seen that going like it went mainstream. Like I think it went mainstream, but I didn't see that style like lasting for a long time and just captivating the masses overall. Like that specific
It was
drill
gonna take a
style.
pop smoke to do some shit like that,
Yeah.
honestly.
But even I think he would have like made it more like commercialized drill type of, whatever type shit. Like
That's what it's gonna need to be. I mean, at some point, that's how it was with trap music. Like people made it commercialized. Like obviously, like when Drake kind of started fucking with Future with the "What a Time to Be Alive," like that was a commercialized of kind of the trap
yeah.
beats type shit.
That make yeah, that makes sense. Or I would say more probably before that with Dirty Sprite too, but
Yeah, like yeah, I'm saying I think Future somewhat organic to the trap beat. That's why I kind of said
mhm.
that. But you've seen other niggas that start hopping into that
Who don't
that really
usually
definitely commercialized it for sure.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's not that I don't have high hopes. I just don't have too many expectations with the crop of people that we currently have in the thing. I think Lil Baby too. I think Lil Baby's. I hate to say he's on the clock because I always defend him, but I think this is an important album for him, especially me. This might be like a stupid thing to put on him, but with the whole Gunna shit, like him dissing him, it's like okay, now you put your hat out there as dissing him. Now you got to make better music than him. Like all right, you dissed him, cool. He put out a great album last year. A lot of people say he should have been MVP. A lot of people say he didn't get no credit. Fuck you, mean should have been nominated for Grammy. His album should have been nominated for Grammy. He getting praise. What are you gonna do now?
Lil
What are you
Baby
gonna
due
do?
for a hit
What are
and
you
at
gonna do?
least a solid album, not a mid. I say his last album was kind of mid, especially when you
Mm,
call it to see how it was received. Like it got at least be a little over, like over average. Like I ain't saying I
yeah,
had the greatest, but it got to have at least 2 hits on that bitch. Like Lil
yeah,
Baby, he mentioned I seen he was in the studio or something recently. He was like, it wasn't a hate shit, but it was something similar. How people was like, this shit ain't gonna hit. We tell you
yeah,
not, keep that shit in the vote. Like
yeah.
you're like he got a bunch of yes mans around him. That shit not hard. Like and, yeah, Lil Baby
He
do, bro.
just dropped.
Like
He just dropped two songs like right before the year was over with.
I ain't hear neither one of them hoes.
It's called like one's called like crazy, one's called like 503. I don't know, it's like a number thing.
I had to go listen
And
to
they
them,
was
but I
like
ain't heard
they
them.
wasn't they're not like terrible, but they're not like I don't think there's something that's gonna people get re excited about them. That's what I would say. They're not shit to get you excited about them.
Yeah, we talked about it before, man. But yeah, like a Little Baby, we wanted him to be on that trajectory of some of our top rap legend that we had in the past, and kind of just seemed like he tapering off, bro. Because bro, in they prime, bro, we always said these niggas was having at least 2-3 hits a year, bro. Like maybe they went 2 years, but bro, they was on fire for a good little minute. I don't feel like Baby did that. Not long enough
And you
yet.
would think he had that because like look, he got on the record with Drake. Everybody said, damn, this nigga killed the record with Drake. He got on the record with J. Cole. He had two records with two of our goats. And he did great. And then I don't know what happened after that. It's like I don't know if he got comfortable because I can understand you probably start making millions of dollars, you might get comfortable. You might be like, all right, I don't need to try as hard. I don't know if the Gunna thing. I don't know how involved Gunna was with his music making process before he went to jail. I don't know, but you know,
I always wonder too, because we talk about you talked about earlier the love of rap shit. They said Baby kind of was like this nigga that just picked it up and he had like beginner's luck with rapping. Like he wasn't always this rapper. He just this nigga that get money that everybody knew in whatever area he was from. And I think it was Dolph or somebody was like, bro, I need you to start rapping, bro. Like you got
now it's
something.
Thug.
It was Thug, okay, yeah. Thug, yeah, Dolph from Memphis, I'm tripping. Thug pretty much put the nigga on, got him to this style. And maybe Thug had some influence to some of his songs and shit like that. And he in jail, so that could be influencing things. Who knows? But I always wondered, like, since he not this guy that's just like this solid dude that's been rapping for a long time, because you got that talent, then I kind of believe you can always put some shit together. This dude that just kind of picked it up. It was like, how creative would he be able to get after an album or two? Like maybe you could put an album or a couple hits together throughout a year, but like how creative are you gonna be able to do when it comes to that next evolution of an artist? Because being an artist like that shit ain't something like that you could, sniff at type shit. Like it take a lot of work to be, talented and people to fuck with you for a long time. So I just always wanted that with Baby because I heard the stories growing up, like he was more of a drug kind of dude or just a money type of dude. And he
Yeah.
kind of just came upon rap like a lick, like you said earlier. So
He was
it's
like a
like,
he was like a gambler type nigga. That's what he was.
yeah, same with Yachty
I'm still
kind of
here.
to a degree. Like he said, he was just rapping and his with his friends in college, and it's just kind of hit him out of nowhere as far as one of them hits. And he's just been putting shit together ever since. And it's like he's still around, he's still coming up with shit. So I mean, I know it's
Yeah, niggas,
possible.
they'll try to push Yachty to the forefront and be like, oh my god, he's just creative. I seen there was rap list this year that had him like top 5 albums of the year. Like, and I was like, I mean, I don't know, is it? I'll be knowing shit paid promo or not. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Like me personally, I ain't gonna sit up here and say I fuck with y'all. Like I've heard like the last year, I've heard like probably like 3 or 4 songs actually. I actually like from him recently that came out. But as a whole project, especially his last project, I don't think I was fucking with. But even then, you gotta give him credit for having his own lane. Like Lil Baby had a lane, and it seemed like that people ain't even fucking with him no more. Like at least y'all people pushing him. Like I don't feel like that same buzz for Lil Baby out there like it is for Yachty. Even if Lil Baby better than the Yachty, like Yachty found his niche. He found a way to be creative and
I like
stay in
when
the game. Whether it's the artistic, just nigga just liking who you are, he found a way to craft some shit. Like it's funny because it reminds me of like niggas like when you graduate, you go back and you go to the school or you go to college and you see these niggas a whole different person. Like and it's like who this nigga think he is, but it's working for the nigga. Like you can't be mad at it. And they feel like that's something that Yachty was able to do, whether a nigga like it or not. I feel like well, we all think old heads like this nigga Yachty, this nigga ain't shit. Like this nigga swag ain't shit. But for whatever reason, people in a certain demographic fuck with him. Lil Baby had his demographic of trap, and it's like niggas ain't pushing him like I said, like a Yachty. And it's whatever it may be. Maybe it's a little bit of image. Maybe it's him not evolving, bro. It's something though. It's something though, because he definitely had a buzz.
Yeah, for sure. It was like the new king of the youth wave and shit like that. Trail says, "Damn, does Future not tour? Future on tour last year, not 2023, but 2022. I went to his tour. It was the beginning of it was like February. It was him, Dirk, Trippy Red. Um, it was some other dudes, Babyface Ray, and I don't know, it was a couple people. But yeah, it was called like Big Ass Party Tour or something like that. I don't remember. Or something like that. But yeah, he went on tour. But anyways, I guess we can wrap up the 2024, 2023 talk and get to the what's going on right now in this time in this year. So let's hop into Cat Williams first. So Cat Williams went on to Shannon Sharp's thing, and he's already pretty much solidifying his stand for the best interview so far in 2024, just because he got a lot of moments, he's got a lot of conversation, and good for Shannon Sharp to be starting off the year with such a clip worthy, hard hitting interview with Cat Williams. Cat Williams giving up. He said Ricky Smiley, Cedric, Steve, Kevin, whoever
Michael
else,
Blackston,
Earthquake,
nigga. Everybody was
Michael
getting Kevin
Blackston,
Hart.
everybody was getting strays, and I was like, "What's going on here? The strays is coming from left and right. They're coming from every direction." So I got want to like break like each of them down a little bit. So I'll start with the Cedric Entertainer shit. Now I don't. For me personally, I'm not a Cedric the Entertainer like guy. When it like that ain't when I didn't hop on the comedy specials in like late '90s, early 2000s, like King of Comedy shit. That's just not. Cat Williams was really my first introduction into like stand up comedy shit. I'm gonna just be completely honest. When I was at Tombaugh, I wasn't watching stand up. When I got to Humble, everybody was quoting Cat Williams. That's all like that was the shit. And then after Cat Williams, it was you with Kevin Hart. That was the two like people just going crazy about. Chappelle, stand up wise, I just knew Chappelle show. I didn't know stand up shit. I wasn't big on Chris Rock. I wasn't big on Eddie Murphy shit. So when it comes to stand up, the only two people I really was paying attention to in my younger years was Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. That's pretty much the only two people. But do you have an opinion on Cedric Entertainer as a comedian?
No, I thought it was crazy. I think Cedric's very talented. Obviously, Cat Williams don't feel the same way. But I don't know the backstories. I don't know how many jokes he installed. Because if you instill one joke that blatant and make it your ending joke, how many other jokes you install? And I ain't gonna act like if I listen and or think back to Cedric Entertainer, if I think about like some of his concepts and things he talked about, I could easily see him stealing a lot of his jokes because it's it'll take like jokes that you heard in real life or like stereotypes you heard in real life and just bring it to the stage. It's not like some crazy thoughts that's thought provoking or something that you never really heard before. So
Mhm.
I could easily see Cedric that being his whole thing. And if you're a seasoned comedian or you're a comedian that's willing to push the line like a Cat Williams or something like that, I can see why you don't think Cedric is a trainer that talented. And for me, I like Cedric growing up. I mean, I liked all the King of comedies except DL Hughley, to be honest. But from the barbershop and all the different just parents, granny, daddy, they all kind of watch stand up. So I've been hip to stand up for a long time since I was super young. But yeah, I mean, shit. It was interesting to hear, Cat Williams go at some of these legends
It's
like,
always interesting to hear people just like give it up like that. And Trail saying, "No, he does it all the time." Yeah, he does it all the time. But it's always interesting. It's like a refresher. I never really heard him go crazy on
nah,
Cedric
he
though. But
ain't he went he went crazy before, talking about like it'd be rooms and shit that you would see niggas doing stuff in. But as far as on that was kind of in the stand up. As far as him mentioning names, going at the legends like he was going at, I ain't really seen this. Like I ain't seen him go off on people, like him defending himself or certain shit like that, but not like this, bro. He
yeah,
went at everybody at once, bro. Like it'd be moments where he'd go at Kevin Hart. There's been moments where I seen him go at, the lady that interviewed him because she was saying some shit. But like this, bro, nah, this was different, bro.
the Ricky Smiley shit was like the funniest part to me. Just the fact that I don't know if this is true. Like I said, everything people say in interviews, you don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if Cat Williams will be up there lying, but to say that Ricky Smiley can't be a movie with me unless he puts on a dress, and in the next movie y'all in together, he's dressed up as like an old black lady is like it's fucking hilarious. Like to
He
say
was
like, oh,
killing that nigga, bro.
Him and Tyler Perry can only play women. They can't play men. So I'm gonna put the best actors in their best roles. It's like I don't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even know Ricky Smiley was the Santa Claus, and
For real?
I never really looked at the guy like who is this guy? This dude's like some act. I didn't know that was like Ricky Smiley, the fucking radio guy. But I
Yeah.
didn't know that was Ricky Smiley. I was like,
That's fucking hilarious shit. That
learn
was
something new
Ricky.
every day. That was Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, that hoe was
I did
filled
not
with
know that was
legends,
him.
bro. That was filled with legends, man. But I mean, if you from the South, you like Ricky Smiley a lot because he used to be on the morning shows and shit
Yeah.
like that. So I think he had this real like good story time during the morning shows or something like that, bro. He used to go crazy. So I don't know. I had Ricky Smiley had a place in my heart because I remember just waking up super early with my granny and that'd be one of the first things they put on 102.1, I think it was in
Yeah, like
Houston.
that.
Um, so, like I said, I get it from a Kevin Hart. I mean, Cat Williams standpoint of how great I think he is. Cat Williams is probably like top 5, top 10 for me. And I fuck with a lot of different stand up people. Ricky Smiley like bottom 50. Like if I could just get a list of
Damn, bottom 50 is crazy.
like even with his stand up, like he got some good stand up, but like, it's kind of stereotypical, not black woman shit, but kind of church shit, family shit. Like it's nothing that's just outside the loop. And he funny, like he got some moments, but bro, I've seen from black, white, Mexican. If I'm gonna throw all the different comedians in there, he don't rank that high. So
Oh yeah, if you
from
rank everybody, if you put everybody in the mix,
yeah,
yeah.
but Cat Williams, like I'm putting him top 10, just like in his prime, I think he was bro untouchable. So even when you kind of throw all them other different art demographics of stand up people in there. So I get it. I get them coming at him, but it's just like, bro, you would think certain people were safe. Not for
Mhm.
Kevin, not for Cat Williams. And this is going to my bold predictions of this year shit. The Epstein list is like literally leading the beginning of the year. Cat Williams coming out with certain straight up truth. Niggas talking about it's the mumble year. Look like it's gonna be a very serious year for some people that's been hiding some shit, bro. Because it's like the truth coming out this year. Maybe there's just a little, I don't know, a pump fake for what we think is gonna be in some whole other shit. But I ain't gonna lie, the election coming up this year,
Yeah.
yeah, it might be a crazy year. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It
Because
was
you
definitely
already
gonna
know
be.
how.
I've been talking about this. Definitely been good. Like we could get into that in a second. The whole like real shit, because I like I said like the Israel Palestine shit. Now we like kind of fighting in the Red Sea over there with Iran. Like it's a lot of shit going on over there. But yeah, I just the whole like the Kevin Hart thing. I'd be like, so y'all think Kevin Hart was like Kevin Hart like be because he said I want to go out or Cat Williams said I wanted to get out of or out of Hollywood with my mouth clean and a virgin butthole, whatever the fuck he said in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of infers that everybody who has these like deals or they're in a bunch of movies or they're whatever, ever like they're not like they've sucked dick or they whatever.
So,
Y'all would think that Kevin Hart falls in line with that type of shit. Y'all think Kevin Hart got poked in the butt or he's sucking penis and
so he kind of referenced it with the Weinstein shit. He was like, I said no. So he's saying you can say no, but if you got talent, they'll probably still put you on the roles, but they're gonna test your boundaries.
mm,
Maybe he said no to certain shit, but the fact that I feel like with niggas on head, just like well, he was willing to put on a dress and do that, he willing to maybe do some other things that
I'd definitely
maybe
rather wear the dress
unsavory.
and suck a dick.
But I'm saying
Those if
I
those are my
think
two options.
I think people think if you doing that, what else you not doing? Like what you doing when you going to these parties? Because if you're well dressed and that's supposed to be integral to your manhood and not doing, what else would you do? Well, what else would you do? Given the possibility of success being at your front door or something like that. So that's what the slippery slope kind of is.
Did he mention Eddie Murphy at all?
I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I haven't seen any Eddie Murphy things.
Because I mean Eddie Murphy's like the
Oh, didn't
closest.
he say he went to he said he was at the island. He said he was
They
at
talking about
Epstein
Chris
Island.
Tucker.
Oh, Chris Tucker. Okay, okay.
You talking about Chris Tucker? But I don't really hear people say a lot of things like about Eddie Murphy. Like they don't really bring. I don't know because he's such like a great comedian of all time. It's kind of like
Great
I
actor and
can't really say
comedian.
nothing about him. But like the clumps is like a clear like dress thing. Like you know Martin get a lot of flack for Big Mama? Like does he get that
His shenanigans
like
too.
with that type of shit? Does it not factor into the role of the thing? Like I'm a cop who's going undercover. Like Tyler Perry is actually like he's playing a woman. I mean, I guess Martin would be playing a woman, but I'm like the premise is I'm a cop going undercover to what I'm saying? Like that doesn't factor into people's mind at all. Like
It
this
would, but it's too much of a trend that it's just and it's not really funny. Like not so much like I think the big mama houses and shit like that pass and people accept what it is, but when you start to break down the overall theme and how they do it to almost all the popular black dudes, and then you starting to see this, let's bring it to modern day. These athletes wear them during the they when they walking through the stadium and shit like that. They got they dress on
see
and shit like
to
that.
me those feel like different. Like I said, like Big Mama House and then like Kid Cudi
That's what
wearing
I'm
his dress.
saying.
Like, he's like, oh, I feel free. Like that's like, all right, what are we doing? That's like
It's all, but it's all a part of it in a sense. It's just demasculation. Like you shouldn't be watching no man in no dress. It's just if it was I'm trying to think of a comparison of how damaging that is to like a different culture or something like that. Just like saying like for instance like Jesus or Allah was gay or some shit like that. Respectfully, I'm not saying that, but it's something that is not supposed to be seen because it's just demasculating or it's demoralizing or it's just straight up disrespectful, and that's what they've been pushing on us for years, and as a form of comedy, and it's definitely like I'll be honest, it could be done well to a point where people gonna laugh at it, but when you think about how often it's done, like bro, a lot of niggas been dressing up as women for a long time to try to get away with this comedy shit, and it just seemed like a form of demasculation because it ain't just them writing these roles, it be a white people in these roles, the SNL and all this shit, be like, hey, put this shit on. But it was a lot of other shit with the Kevin Hart stuff that was interesting as well because he called him an industry plant. And he was like, I never seen him in Los Angeles. Well, he was in Los Angeles for a year, and all of a sudden, he this most popular dude. And I kind of disagree with that because from me being a big Kevin Hart fan, I know his story was saying that he used to drive from Philadelphia to New York for a lot of his
yeah,
stand up
I was
shit.
thinking about that too. After like when I read his book, like he talking about he was driving from Philly to New York every day, even in the documentary because he mentioned the documentary with Chris Rock and Kevin Hart did on Netflix, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot they did that. Let me go watch it. And it was like even all the comics that were in the thing talking about Kevin Hart, like Bill Burr, because Chris Rock was like my crew when I was coming up was it was him, it was like Jerry Seinfeld, and I forgot the two other people. And then Kevin Hart, there's like with your crew, it was Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill, um, Louis C.K. like that was his people he
Hmm.
came up with, and they were all kind of like, well, obviously Patrice O'Neal's dead, but like Bill Burr and them was just talking about how Kevin used to work really hard, come out there, be there with them late. You know what I'm saying? Like they were
Yeah.
describing the grind that he had
Yeah, he
going on.
had
So I don't know.
been putting on a lot of work, and then even from he said what was his he said one of his first movies or something that he was in that he got big, but I was like he was in Paper Soldiers, like he was in
Mhm.
certain things where he was an actor and a comedian. So when you talk and then when you talk about every movie, even dramas got comedic relief. And Kevin Hart
Yeah.
was in the acting scene, in the acting, like when I say scene, just like he was in the acting world getting his shit together and trying to be good in that, just as much as he was in the stand-up comedy world. And that shit was two things that went perfect for him. He was black little dude that could play serious roles and play or act just in a sense he could act good, bro. He perfect form. So he blew up very fast, and it could feel like an industry plan. But I will kind of disagree with him on that one. Like I may get the animosity because him and Kevin Hart don't get along, and Kevin Hart has said some shit he probably shouldn't have said against him on the Breakfast Club and shit that you really shouldn't probably say in public. But he was spiteful. So I get both of them not really fucking with each other, but I gotta disagree with him on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
And also, I feel like they're kind of like they're not similar as far as obviously their their comedy per se, but they're both little. They're both like what I'm saying. It's kind of just
Yeah,
like I don't look at like if I was to compare Kevin Hart to anybody just by everything in totality, it would be Cat Williams. Like obviously Dave Chappelle is who he is, Chris Rock. Like he don't really fit in none of them buckets with them other people, but y'all two kind of fit in that same like little
yeah.
guy who's super funny bucket. So it's kind of like I can see why that's more of a. I would hope it'd be more of a competition meeting, but it seems like it's like you said, it's more like a spiteful on both sides. Because even when Kevin Hart was on the Breakfast Club, he was just kind of like, "Oh, if he wasn't acting like this, then the studios would have whatever he was saying about him." But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's refreshing to see people kind of like just, I guess, tell their truth. But I think with that is like we never know. Like he says it so freely, it feels like the truth. But like Michael Blackson came out and was like, "You're lying. You never told me to do this. You never told me to do that." So it's like, okay, now Michael Blackson's contradicting your story. So are you lying? Is he lying? You never really know who's lying at the end of the day when it comes to certain aspects being talked over these podcasts, these interviews. Is Michael Blackson funny?
Not
Like as a
really.
comedian?
No, not to me.
'Cause I think he put himself top 10 like alive comedians. I was like, I never had like a watched a Michael Blackson stand up or even seen him do anything like even in movies. To me, because it was like a caricature. Like it's just like the African, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I mean, Cat Williams said it perfect. He's a
he's a real African with like a fake African accent.
yeah, that was perfect. I was like, shit, I ain't never thought about it like that, but it's beautiful, and that's why he's trash. Ain't gonna lie, he's never been funny to me.
You know, Trill said I would say Kevin industry plant, but I think he just a sellout. That's it. He changed his audience from black to white. I don't know if that's. I don't necessarily know if you change your audience. I think as you just get bigger, you just attract that fan base. Like I'm sure Cat Williams has a lot of white because even Cat Williams was saying in the interview, he's just like he couldn't do like black rooms at first. He was like, was that him or was that Chris Rock? I don't know.
He said that.
It's like he couldn't do. It was like a white thing. So I think as you get bigger, like you're just gonna have like a big, especially when you're like a global person. Like obviously your audience is gonna tilt. I feel like a certain way. They're gonna just be like, oh, you only do black stuff. I don't think any of the top people, even Dave Chappelle right now. Like I don't think Dave Chappelle's like strictly like black people fuck with Dave. I feel like everybody fuck with Dave. A lot of people say Chris Rock is like a white person's comedian, but um, I think when you get to a certain level, you kind of just like everybody's comedian type shit.
Yeah,
Now maybe on the
yeah,
come up, you're like, oh, you're on the come up, you're this person, you're that. But once you get to, once you're selling out like stadiums and shit like that, it's a different.
yeah. And I really don't know how much I say Kevin Hart is a sellout. Like I seen him wear a dress on SNL, and I ain't like that shit. But outside of that, I really do think he's just uber talented, bro. And people want him in his shit because his brand's so good, and not only his brand is like his brand was damn near like The Rock. I ain't gonna say it's still like that, but it's damn near like The Rock. And then when you talk about him actually being able to act or bring some actual value as far as a funny dude or whatever you may bring in his roles, like
Yeah, he got a new movie
everybody
coming
wanted
out
him in
on.
this shit.
He had a new movie coming out on Netflix on the 12th. It's like It's like a heist type movie where they
Oh
like
yeah, I
stealing a
seen that. And that shit
plane.
look good.
That should look good. And that's him trying to step out and not do like Kevin Hart, you know, just him playing himself. Because even Cat Williams is like, I see him say like, I have 60 movie roles and I'm not playing Cat Williams in any of them roles. It's I got range. It's like yeah, some of them roles you are kind of like playing like Kevin Hart when he first came on, he was kind of like playing Kevin Hart. Like that's pretty much what it was. Some of Cat Williams roles like you're like kind of playing Cat Williams. Like you might have some roles where you're not, but let's not. That's not even a bad thing. Because a lot of comedians kind of when they first get in, like you're just
Yeah,
playing
because
yourself, but you're funny.
respectfully, he was Pump Chronicles, and then he was a pimp on Friday.
Yeah, and he was a pimp on Boondocks, even though that's a voiceover, but it still was a pimp on Boondocks. So that's kind of his shtick in the beginning. But what is it? They choose not to do black content. What is black content? What does that mean? They choose not to do black content.
He just did
Because
content with him and his daughter.
you
Well,
even got to
well, he
think
had a
because
daughter.
you even got to think with Kevin Hart. Like even I don't know if you consider this black content or not, but when Kevin Hart was in his peak, he was still doing that Real Husbands comedy shit on BET. Like he didn't have to be doing that shit, but he was still doing shit on BET for however long he was doing it. In his this is like in his like I feel like this is like his peak era. He was doing that type of shit for BET, but um,
Yeah, and he like a Jay-Z of the comedy shit too. Like he ain't just come be one of the greatest uh comedians. He actually killed the business aspect of it. He was putting this shit out on his own platform. He built his own
yeah,
brand. Like he got his own thing going, so he was making hella profit. And now he got his own basically production company, and they go crazy. So I mean, he really killed it, bro. As far as being as big as he is, it's hard for me to say he an industry plant or a sellout.
yeah. What Trill say? Trill
Well, I
said
mean, I'm sure he
Cat
did it in
Williams.
certain aspects, but I think it was more talent than anything.
Cat Williams runs laps around. You think so?
In his prime, maybe, but Kevin Hart's consistently better than Cat Williams. I say Cat Williams had what three, maybe four good stand up comedy shows. I think it was Pimp Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, and then he might have had.
Well, no, he talking about movies. He talking about movies.
Nah, I think
Like
the
being an
roles.
actor.
Hell no, I think the role. Kevin Hart be having bigger roles than Cat Williams be having, and he
Like
be. They both
Cat
do
Williams.
pretty good.
When is Cat Williams? When is Cat Williams like a lead in a major,
Yeah, like I
movie?
think Cat Williams when he acts he does real good. Don't get it twisted, but he be having like side characters. Like I'm about to look up some Kevin Hart movies because he been dropping some good movies since shit. He got Soul Plane, obviously. The Upside, Central Intelligence, Jumanji, Ride Along, Night School. Night School funny than the bitch. Get Hard with I gotta actually rewatch that. That shit was
Will
good with
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Like he ain't had some shit. I like The Fatherhood, The Wedding Ringer. That was one of the first movies he kind of started off in, where it wasn't too funny, but it was good. Thinking Like a Man, like
Oh yeah,
that
thinking
was
like
a
a man. Yeah,
that's
you just
comedy. Like that was comedy gold
chatting,
in its time.
you chatting.
About Last Night was pretty good. He was in the scary movies at the time, like Die Hard. Like bro, he got so much shit, bro. He was in Meet Dave. Like come on, man. 35 and Ticking. That shit was good. Like the nigga got so many shit, bro. And then he got a little side shit that I ain't even named.
Yeah, I love the Cat Williams, but he ain't got no movies that's like he's the person that I can see from. I'm looking at his IMDb. It's like there's not even a comparison, really.
He was in Pets, like little shit like that too. It's like yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Kevin Hart was legitimately like the second or main actor in certain movies, and them hoes are some of them hoes are classics or pretty good movies.
yeah. You said being the lead doesn't mean nothing, but let's be honest. Cat Williams' only real like truly iconic role niggas will know him from is the pimp on Friday. But like I said, like Kevin Hart got other
He
movies where
was
he's actually
Jesus
like
in
Think
the
Like a
movie
Man's
that I
good.
watched recently. That was pretty good, but niggas ain't talking about that movie.
Yeah. Anyways, Trill just
Yeah,
he's a contrarian. He's like,
yeah.
nah, man.
I put Cat Williams somewhere. Like you even throw movies in there because most comedians do movies or TV shows. Cat Williams probably like top 15, but Kevin Hart edging them out for sure, at least by 5 or 6 spots.
Yeah, I would say Eddie Murphy's probably the best. Um,
Eddie
Comedic
Murphy, I'm
actor.
putting Eddie. I might put Eddie Griffin up there. I don't know if I put him over Kevin Hart, but Eddie Griffin got some good roles. The Wayans, like they ain't got no stand up though. But
Yeah. Well, now he do. He the brother, the younger one, he got to stand up.
yeah,
It's
man,
on Netflix.
they got so many good acting roles too. It's like I don't know, they'll be up there. But nah, if I had to throw in stand up, they probably be a little past Kevin Hart. But it's some ones out there, bro. It's some ones out there. Dave Chappelle, obviously.
Yeah. Chris Rock, he got roles that are great.
Yeah.
Damn, the top Eddie Murphy got to be the top comedy to me.
Oh yeah,
Top
he's number
comedy
one when you do both.
actor. He got to be the top. I wouldn't say Dave Chappelle because I mean I know he's obviously acting in the skits, but
He
I
got
just feel
some
like I
good. He
put
got some decent movies too.
he got like what Half Baked and like what else? That's all I can think of is Half Baked. Shout out to Biggie Bianca in the
Richard
chat.
Pryor be up
Oh,
there.
Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence got to be. I don't know. Martin or Eddie.
Martin
Martin or
Lawrence
Eddie.
probably
Martin
top
or
five.
Eddie. Martin or Eddie. Martin or Eddie. I might go with Eddie just because he had more lead in Beverly Hills Cop, all that type of shit he was doing. I might put Eddie up there. He got me number one. Yeah, I'll say Eddie Murphy's number one. Comedic actors of all time.
Bernie Mac up there. His stand up. Then you thought his TV shows, some of his roles. Him and what he got that role with him and what's Soul Man or whatever.
He doing
Him
him
and
and Samuel L. Jackson.
oh
Samuel L.
god,
Jackson.
that movie so
That was
goddamn
great.
good.
Yeah, Bernie. There's Bernie. Yeah, there's a lot of people
Mike
before he
Epps,
did
Cedric
Kevin.
the Entertainer. I'm putting him up there. I ain't gonna lie, even with
I forgot about Mike Gibbs. Mike Gibbs got to go up there. Mike Gibbs definitely got to go up there. Damn, who else?
Cedric
I
the
can't think of
Entertainer
nobody.
got some decent acting roles too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he got damn, he do got some shit. There's a lot of
Tracy
people.
Morgan up there. He got some funny acting
Uh,
roles. He got some funny acting roles, bro. And
uh,
he got this. He ain't got too many classic stand ups though. But Steve Harvey up there. I
uh,
had to put Steve Harvey over Kevin Hart. I mean Cat Williams
for movies.
over Cat
Oh yeah.
Williams because of the TV show
He got the
along
TV
with his
show.
stand up. I think Steve Harvey funny. Like he ain't just one of them niggas that just a legend name to me. I think Steve Harvey actually funny. But yeah, I put him over Cat Williams overall. Overall,
So according to this list, they going old school with it, right? According to this list, they got Richard Pryor as number one, comedian actor. Red
yeah, he
Fox,
got some good
Sanford and the
movies.
Son. Eddie Murphy is three. Bill Cosby is number four. You gotta put Bill Cosby in there. Then they got Charlie Murphy. Then they got Keenan Ivory
I put him.
Wayans.
He too high.
I forgot about the Wayans brothers. Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon
I
Wayans.
said Wayne's.
Oh, you did Kim. So they got all the Wayans. Kim Wayans, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, and they got people like old school people: Willie
That's
Best,
a legendary TV show, Trail.
Billy Buckwheat Thomas, Mom's Mabel, Robin Harris. Oh,
And he
John
got
Witherspoon.
Steve Harvey got what's the game show too? He be eating on that shit be funny. I be watching just the clips of him roasting shit.
They got Martin Lawrence all the way at 21. That's kind of crazy. They got Bernie Mac over him, Cedric over him, D.L. Hughley over him,
He had the
Steve Harvey
Apollo
over
too.
him.
You crazy? He got the Apollo. Yeah, I'll give it to Steve Harvey over Cat Williams. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was on some classic shit, boy. But nah,
Well, like,
it's a legendary.
the greatest actor comedian of all time actually is Jamie Foxx, but you know
Oh,
I forgot about
ooh,
Jamie Foxx. And I throw
ooh,
Monique. If we're gonna throw women in there, Monique got to be in there at some
yeah.
point because Monique is
Monique in
great.
there.
Monique is
Monique
definitely in the
in there. Monique
conversation.
might be top 5 when you come comedic and acting.
Yeah,
It's a lot in there. I can't put a top 5. It's a lot to put
there's a
top
lot of people.
5.
I'm just reading all these people. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's why I
shit, let
like
me see.
Cat Williams. When you talk about both, he might be top 15, but it might slide him to 20. Because even I know you don't know too much about Eddie Griffin. Let me look at Eddie Griffin roles. He got the Griffin Show, which I love. That's a black classic to me.
No,
But
he
then
got
he
the
got
black.
some good movies
He
too.
got the black movie where he pick his hair out. What's that black? What's the movie called? Where he black?
Uh,
They got him eating the mayonnaise. He like a spy
Undercover
or some shit.
Brother.
Your undercover
Deuce
brother,
Bigelow. He was in
Deuce
Norbit.
Bigelow.
He was in this movie called Double Take, or I think he was either a cop or something like that. That shit was good. Like, ain't gonna lie, my boy got some shit. He was in John Q. My boy got some shit. My boy got some shit. I ain't
He
gonna
said
lie to
John
you.
Q.
Bro, he had a good role in John Q, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But my boy Eddie Griffin up there too, man, because he got some good ass stand ups. And he got some decent roles. But nah, it's a lot. We got a lot of great talent when you talk about comedian actors and stand up. Like I might I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at the white shit too. They got Bill Murray. Like he like
Oh,
I don't know.
Chris Tucker may have been on the island, but you got to throw Chris Tucker in there.
Chris
You got
Tucker
to throw
top
Chris
five.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker
You got to
like
throw Chris
top
Tucker.
three.
You got to throw Chris Tucker. Then you
I
got
give it
Come on, Rush
to
Hour. Just off Rush Hour alone, you got to
Richard
throw
Pryor, Jamie
Eddie Murphy.
Foxx,
Oh,
Eddie
I'll take
Murphy,
Chris
and
Tucker.
then Chris Tucker. I might put Eddie Murphy over Martin
Oh, no,
Lawrence.
no, over
That
Martin
shit tough,
Lawrence.
bro.
The
Eddie
Martin
Murphy over
TV
Martin
show
Lawrence.
plus Bad Boys.
Bro, if go just go look back at just go look at Eddie Murphy list, bro.
No, Eddie
Eddie
Murphy
Murphy
can.
got so many movies,
I'm
bro.
saying Chris. I'm talking about Chris Tucker over Martin.
Oh, bro, he got some good
His
movies though.
to be fair, Chris Tucker's roles might be more iconic, like as far as like Smokey, and then obviously Rush Hour. Like those might be more. Like Bad Boys is great, but who knows? Are you guys related? Do we look like we're related?
Uh, 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 uh,
But
nah,
you
you
can't do that.
said who?
That's
You
easy to
said
say.
Chris Tucker versus he was in Money Talk too. That shit was hard.
It's easy to say take away Rush Hour, but you can't. Like that's you can't take it away.
He got the
That's the
Fifth
funny part.
Element. He got Money Talk. He got some shit, bro. He was in Air recently, which was okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna. Who we said? Who you said? I might take Martin. I'm taking Martin over Chris Tucker,
Chris
but it's a
Tucker.
tough one, bro. Cause his like he, oh, man, it's tough. Cause he got some Rush Hour and Friday. He's literally the co-star, and Money Talks. He literally the co-star. But Martin, bro, in his movies, bro, I think he got a little bit more movies, bro. I think he got a little more movies, man. Especially when he the lead character, bro.
I think the TV show really pushes. The TV show really pushes you over the top. I mean, yeah, Martin got Bad Boys. He got Big Mama House. He got the
Yeah, he
TV
got a little
show.
more, bro. Blue
He got
Streak,
he was with the white boy. Yeah, Blue Streak. I
Black
forgot Blue Streak.
Knight.
Wild
He was in the
Black Knight
Wild
classic.
Hogs.
Black Knight's classic.
The
Life. Come on,
line,
Life.
the line between
Life.
thin line between love and hate. Life, yeah. What's the worst that can happen? I
He
mean,
was
I
in
like College
Boomerang with
Road
Eddie
Trip.
Murphy.
Rebound.
Yeah. A Rebound low key was a good movie. I ain't gonna lie to you. He went back to
Wow,
coach.
bro, I
He
fuck
went
with
back to
that.
coach. That
Yep.
was good. That
I
was a good
fuck with
movie.
it, bro. So yeah, I had to. He had to edge him out, bro. He got his national security. Yeah, his shit a little more tougher, bro. His shit a little more tougher, bro. He had what 3 big mamas.
Welcome
Yeah,
home,
that.
Roscoe Jenkins. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Welcome home, Roscoe
That's
Jenkins.
a
Come on.
fucking classic for sure.
Yeah, he got it. I'll take him over Chris Tucker. But like I said, it's like a tight
Open
race for the top
season.
5. Okay, we done cartoons now.
Hey, he ate open season. Was he like the deer?
I think so. Oh, I hate when a nigga sell you, man. That's crazy.
But yeah, Eddie Murphy, he's strict, bro. He was the donkey, bro. Like Eddie Murphy, like down there. I think I might take Eddie Murphy over Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor number 2.
Yeah, I ain't
Richard
gonna put
Pryor
Rich
number
Pryor.
2.
I ain't gonna act like I'm like a big Richard
But
Pryor
he got some
motherfucker.
good ass movies, bro. His stand ups is, bro. He got some of the best stand ups of all time. Like, so you can't even knock that. That's what make him top 3. Damn, especially when you talk about Black. But he got The Toy. What other movies he got? The Toy is such a great movie, bro. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. Harlem Nights, classic. See No Evil, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'll
Yeah,
say
he
this
he might be 3. He might be
from
3.
a comedy perspective,
3 or 4.
Eddie Murphy might be over Jamie Foxx from a comedy perspective. Like obviously Jamie got him with Ray and all the we that's as an actor, he's a better probably overall actor. We're gonna
Yeah.
stick to like the comedy movies, like classic comedy movies and shit like that. I might have to edge out Jamie Foxx. I mean Eddie Murphy over Jamie Foxx. I might have
Eddie
to do
Murphy. Oh
that.
yeah, Eddie Murphy definitely over Jamie Foxx. Eddie Murphy number one. Eddie Murphy number one. Now I'm thinking Richard Pryor. I got Jamie Foxx over Richard Pryor. He was in Ray, like he was in shit that you can't even argue. And yeah, I think I'm gonna put Martin. I might put Martin over Richard Pryor too. Like when I looked at Richard Pryor movies, he got like two. He like two. Jamie Foxx show better than Martin. That's an argument. It's argumentative. It's just both classics, bro. Both classics. I
That's how I feel
couldn't
about
even argue which
that's
one's
how I feel
better.
about all them shows like Martin, Jamie Foxx show, Fresh Prince. Like those just like all classic.
I couldn't.
What's your
They
what's
all
your
had
favorite
their own.
what's your favorite show from the '90s? Like all black sitcom that like type shows.
If I'm gonna just go off the three you just named, I can't really think of some other ones. Like you throw Steve Harvey in there. The Bernie Mac show. Whew, that one's tough. You got the Wayne brothers, and then you
Family
got
Matters. What about Family
you got
Matters?
you got you got the
You ain't
Wayne
fuck with Steve
brothers.
Urkel?
Nah, I ain't fuck with Steve Urkel.
Damn.
If I'm gonna be honest, bro, Martin, bro. Like it's nothing like when that shit came on, bro. Like you hear that, like I'm like, 'cause especially when you ain't had cable, you got local TV. When you hear that intro, bro, you're like, all right, bro, I'm saved for the night. I got some Martin to watch, bro. It just was different, bro. I don't know. I love the Jamie Foxx show. I love them other ones. Like Fresh Prince was great, but I don't know, bro. Martin just did something different, bro. Kicking, I used to kick niggas out, bro, man. Like it just Shanae, like that shit was just like it just Martin ate that hoe, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. Like his ensemble cast, like I don't even know if that's the right word, but like let's say
Yeah,
like
I think that's right.
Uncle Phil was great, Aunt Viv was great, Carlton great. Like
Carlton.
that's tough.
The
That's a
Butler
great
was great.
cast.
The Butler was great.
That's a great cast. But when we talk about comedic though, like Tommy and Cole, Gina and Pam, like how they used to crack on each other, bro. Like that shit. Like obviously, like if you want to maybe talk about some other type of acting or some other shit, is other niggas may got it. But when you talk about comedy, bro, like I don't know, bro. Like that was felt like an organic group of people, bro, that actually been around each other for a minute, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, that shit was. I love that shit, bro. It's hard for me to pick anything
I
other
know this
than
ain't
that.
the '90s, but My Wife and Kids was an elite black show. No one
My
talks
I was
about
gonna
it.
say My Wife and Kids. I said the Wayne brothers, and I couldn't think of the other one. Like that shit goaded. But I might put Bernie Mac and then My Wife and Kids. I ain't gonna lie. But is my wife and nah, I can't put My Wife and Kids that high because Fresh Prince is way better than My Wife and Kids.
What about Moesha? You fuck with
Nah,
Moesha or no?
Moesha, that's at the bottom tier.
Moesha Black Bottom tier. What about the Cosby Show?
Cosby is like B tier for me. What the Parker's better than Moesha. The
Yeah.
Parker's way better than Moesha.
What about Smart Guy? You want to fuck with Smart Guy?
Smart guy classic, bro. Smart guy classic. I can't lie. That whole that smart guy, like if it ain't
Sister
top 10,
Sister.
it's
You
11.
want to fuck with
Sister,
Sister
sister,
Sister?
like number 9. Sister used to go crazy.
Because I'm looking. So this list, it got Martin is number one, Living Single is number two,
That go crazy.
Fresh Prince, Fresh Prince 3, Jamie Foxx Show 4, The Wayans Brothers 5,
I ain't
Moesha
mad at that.
6,
I tell
The
Moesha, I put
Parkers
the
is
Parkers.
7, Sister Sisters 8,
Take sister,
Family
sister for
Matters is
Moesha.
9, Smart Guys
Take Flame
2,
Mails over Moesha. Smart guy over Moesha.
Steve Harvey Show's 11.
Steve Harvey over the last 4. Steve Harvey show better
Keenan and
than
Kel,
Steve Harvey better than most of them shit you name. Keenan and Kill. Moesha better than Keenan and Kill.
and then some of them Nickelodeon. I don't think I was up on this shit. Cousin Skeeter.
I don't know that one. The Chappelle Show top
Uh,
3. The
no,
Chappelle
Chappelle
Show
Show
number
great.
2.
Yeah, that's more like a not an improv show. But that's more like a
Cause what we
whatever
had living in
that
living
person.
color, like that shit top 10
Yeah,
too. I push out smart guy and all that shit for you put them two in there. Take sister and smart guy out and put in living color and Chappelle Show. I'd be a happy camper with them. And I'm sure some other ones we missing too, bro. But that was a classic
no, I'm sure.
list.
What's the one? What's the one with that girl? Her daddy. His name was like Flex Wheeler. What the fuck was that show called?
Ah, one on one, one
One
on
on
one,
one. That's
top
what it's called. One on
10,
one.
bro. 1 on 1, top 10, bro. Flex, little sidekick, the little light skinned nigga. That nigga was funny in the bitch. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, I was still watching 1 on 1 recently. It's another one, half and half. That shit was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's top 10. I think half and half better than Moesha though, for sure. 1 on 1 definitely better than Moesha. I think 1 on 1 better than Sister Sister. I ain't gonna lie. That dynamic was great. 1 on 1 was great, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Flex was the bachelor that made it, and he got the little daughter. Like I love the different scenarios they played out with
Would you
that
fuck
TV
with the
show.
Hugleys or no?
Hughley's is pretty good. Hughley's pretty good. It's better than Moesha for me.
They had a lot of shit. We just going through shit now.
The Griffins, the Eddie Griffin show, I like that better than Moesha.
Did we say my? He said my wife and kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that
said my
shit
wife and
top
kids.
10.
Bernie Mac
Hanging with
shows
Mr.
from
Cooper
starting
was
in
cool.
2001. You fuck with girlfriends? You ain't fuck with girlfriends now?
Girlfriends,
Girlfriends?
damn, I ain't gonna lie. Ooh, you got it. Yeah, that's better than Sister Sister. That's better
I
than
watched girlfriends. I watched girlfriends for the first time during the pandemic when we was watching everything. I was like, "That's a good show."
Girlfriends was legendary.
The PJs. You fuck with the PJs?
PJ is pretty funny. The Boondocks top 10. You gotta buff something out
That
of
was a
there. I
lot
don't
of
know what.
shit.
There's something gotta get
Half
buffed out
and
of there.
half. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever watched half and half.
Yeah, it's just two sisters. Well,
I'm saying two paternal half sisters in their 20s who are estranged throughout their childhood.
yeah. One rich, one's a rich and sedity, the other one like country can't dress, kinda. And they had a little dynamics. The mamas never liked each other. So it's just a lot of funny shit that go on.
And I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know Eve had her own TV show. I didn't know that.
Eve was a pretty good show. Man, it's some classic shit, bro. If we talk about black movies, I start talking about when you said Eve, it made me think about the barbershop. That shit goaded. I don't know if it's top 10, top 20, but that shit goaded. That's so Raven. I ain't gonna lie, that's so Raven gotta be top 20.
Did we say a different world? That was like late 80s,
I
early
don't remember a
90s.
different world.
Living single. Yeah. All right. Who says this is top tier?
Sister's hard, bro.
Sister,
What's the little nigga they
sister.
used to kick out?
Um,
Go
I
home,
know who it is.
Roger. Like that shit
Yeah,
got
go home,
classic
Roger.
shit, bro. That shit
Yeah.
got classic shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sister go crazy. And I mean, maybe it's my time period. I used to love them because they were so pretty. But other than that, like, I really think it was a good TV show. The dad and the mom was good characters. Like, when you talk about some of the great black shows, bro, almost everybody that's a main character, because it'd be like 4 to 5, are goaded. Like, all of them are good. Like, you can't go wrong with them. Even from the Fresh Prince, we got Ashley. She's good. Because of her light skin role. Then the other little dark skinned sister, like bro, when you think about these shows, bro, almost everybody be goated. So I ain't gonna lie, sister, bro. Almost everybody that was a main character in that hoe was a good actor, played their role well, good storylines. They even had they were so cold off Sister. They got to remake the movie. What was it? Teenage again or something like that.
Yeah,
13 again or something like
13
that.
again or 30 again or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that shit was a good movie. Like, so I ain't gonna lie, they had a nice little run, bro. They
Yeah,
was
that's funny he mentioned. I just saw L Cool J did have a show. It was called In the House.
really. I don't remember that.
It was him, Kim Wayans, and Carlton.
That's crazy. I think I did just see that, but I ain't know what it was.
Yeah, it was from
Man, it's bringing
1995
back
to
me so
1999.
it's throwing me back to some memories, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, thoughts on allegations. That's a good conversation. I ain't gonna lie.
We get burned over to that. We been kind of drilling the black sitcom shit. Um, I don't know. This is what I said about the allegations and shit like that. I was curious if he spoke on it because like I said he spoke on a woman that came out and said he actually graped her. I guess they graped on YouTube, graped her as well with his friends after they. She said they graped her and then he did, but he showed text messages. I kind of believe that. Like if you're gonna show text messages and the police got all the footage and nothing came of that, it's kind of like, what do you want people to do? Like, he went straight to the police. The police investigated.
If there's a, and she said there's a rape kit already done. It's been more than
Yeah, like
48 hours.
is everything happened. Like, ain't nothing you can do, you know.
He would have been
But
arrested or something by now.
now the high school thing, I don't know if he ever addressed that. I was curious. I want to see him address that because that was kind of
Well,
like
I don't know too much about that.
it was a girl leaked some DMs and he was like he asked like, when do you turn 18? I guess she was under 18, and then she told him, and then he was still kind of, she was talking to him, they was talking, and then when she turned 18, that's when he flew her out, and I guess they had sex or whatever, and that was the allegation. Like, he didn't do nothing illegal, but you know, I think I could have swore he called out Adam 22. Well, Adam 22 got called out for like chatting with a girl on a chat room, finding out she was underage, stopped talking to her, and then he circled back when she became of age, and then he went and did something with her when she
Yeah,
was
I
underage.
mean, I think it's not the greatest behavior to have, but I'm not about to get caught up in that. Some people obviously are too young to have, certain leeway to be doing certain shit. Like they probably know better, but people just don't do better. But when you 17, 18, you damn near grown, bro. You damn near grown. He ain't do nothing. Like I said, it's like I said, it's not the greatest behavior to have. I wouldn't
Yeah,
advise
it
my
ain't like
daughter or any
I
of my
just want to say.
friends
I
to
say
have.
it's not illegal
But
for him to do that, but it's still like my thing is
yeah, I
like
said,
you can find. I just don't. I've been thinking like you can find people that's like clearly 22, clearly 23. That's fine and whatever. Like, I don't know what you're looking for when you're looking at 17-year-olds. Like she's not used up with it, but like, bro,
I
hoes in
don't
high
think
school
it's
be
that
fucking.
deep.
Those are
Yeah,
I just don't know I don't know what it would be like. You could, like I said, you could go to a club or go somewhere and see like, oh, you're of age, so you know, let me rock with you.
yeah,
But
I don't
because
know,
like
man. I
also
said
my thing is
it's
like
definitely crazy.
academics also he's not ending um it's not even people who are famous on Instagram. He's finding like regular like how are you finding these regular chicks that don't even live in your state? You know, like how are you? I mean, I guess Instagram is a wide place, but like, how are these people popping up in your algorithm for you to find these people?
Yeah.
That's what I would be like. How'd you find this girl?
Well, she
That's what
probably
I would be
found
asking.
him or however it
Y'all
may
saying a lot.
go. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's
Fresh
definitely
and Fit
like I
spoke
said
on the
some
17 DM. Academics expose himself as a sucker. Where's the smoke, the fire? Too many allegations and incidents. Apparently, 17-year-old ran a ACT fan page and he asked, is she 17 or 18? Because she asked him to help pay for a flight to England. He said no, but years later he smashed her. But she deleted messages to make it look away. Okay, that's what academics told Fresh and Fit. Okay.
oh, so she
Um,
just had been around, but maybe not so much of an interest that he was talking to. But when she got her age, maybe I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know.
she
I
ran a
mean,
fan page for egg.
if us,
Even a high even a high school shit because it was another girl who came out and said something. She's like, this guy where he said this thing, and I was like, he looks familiar. So she was showing her DMs. He sent her a heart, and she was 18. Like she was legal, but she was in high school. She was 18, but she was still in high school. Like I said, I don't know if you see she's in high school. Like I don't know if he knew she was in high school or he just seen 18. To be fair, right? Um, she's legal, so it's like, what can you do about it? Do I advise 28-year-olds to get a girl that's like, like if you went to school with them, do you, brother? Like if you was in school with them and you may date it, you know what I'm saying? Like some niggas be seniors and they dated a sophomore and they graduated and she's still there. Like y'all was rocking already. Like I'm not gonna kill a nigga for that. But like it's fine it's like it's kind of like the R. Kelly at this thing, even though those girls like 15, 14. But it's like I'm just like I'm a rich millionaire. I can go and find like
but I
I
mean,
don't know.
from
That shit a little too. I don't
what
know.
But from Med said it was just he hearted a bikini pic or he just hearted something. I mean, a nigga can randomly heart some shit on Instagram. I mean,
Yeah,
I obviously
he
like it.
liked her
He ain't
picture
just
and sent
go.
he liked her
He
picture and
he
sent her a
ain't.
heart. She was
You know what I'm
gassing
saying?
definitely
But you
to be
ain't.
in the moment.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm
it
not
ain't
sure.
like the nigga went thoroughly
I don't
through
know
her
if he knew.
page. You never
I don't know
know,
if he knew she was in high school or not. She said she was in high school, but I don't know if he knew. Unless her page was filled with
yeah,
like, I'm in high school. I'm in high school. I'm in high school. Like, okay, but like, if a nigga see your page, you say you 18. It's like, and you don't got nothing that has to do with like school or graduation. How would they know if you're
bro.
still
It's
currently in high school?
on my mama, bro. That should be on TikTok, bro. I had to start. I really got off the shit, honestly. But there had the girls that be doing the dances and shit. And it was a girl I seen her just her shit constantly pop up on my shit. She doing it. I one day just clicked on her page because she can't. She literally couldn't dance. Like she got a good body, but she literally couldn't dance. Like she tried to do all the popular TikToks, but it was horrible. But her shit just keep popping up on my shit. I was like, bro, let me go actually see. Bro, she was in high school. I'm like, I would have never assumed that shit. Like, because it's being provocative. They obviously trying to show off their body on TikTok, but it's like, well, obviously high school girls do that shit for high school boys. But for TikTok,
Yeah.
all this shit is in the same algorithm of young girls dancing. It's 25-year-old girls doing these same dances, 8-year-old girls doing it. And for certain shit on TikTok, it's like, bro, on Instagram, you might just see a girl shit and you like it, but you don't know how old she was. That shit is very apparent, bro. Especially when people could look certain ages. Like it's a certain range of age you can really look like for the most part.
Why I should be doing it?
When y'all ain't locking me up. I ain't
He said, I
subscribed
ain't do
to it or
that.
nothing like that, bro. But y'all know how TikTok be, bro. They'll show y'all the same people for whatever reason. And shit is crazy. Hey man, I said I ain't subscribed. It sound crazy, but nigga, that's a TikTok algorithm part. That ain't got shit to do with me, bro. Ain't got shit to do with me.
Lock him up. Throw away the fucking key. We got him, guys. We got
Fact
what that
that
ain't in my that ain't let me tell you, that ain't in my algorithm, nigga.
you don't be
My
having girls
algorithm
do
is
the
business, books,
they
no
don't be
girls.
so you don't have no trendy TikTok dance. They don't be
No,
you don't have the
no.
girls putting the
All
camera
I watch
on the
is I
they don't
watch
got the
business
camera on the
shit. I ain't got
ceiling.
stealing challenge. No, it's
They got the
books,
ceiling challenge
it's
on your shit.
business, it's shit like it's
I
podcast
got
set
that
up.
too.
I ain't got nobody dancing.
Bro, so how it originally pop up in my algorithm from the jump? Like I get on TikTok, nigga.
You
The
probably
first
at
thing I
home
looked
doing the
up on TikTok,
dances.
no, I ain't doing no dances. The first thing I looked up on TikTok was trending shit for car washing stuff and stocks. Like that's the only thing I got on TikTok for originally, and then it ended up being Call of Duty shit. Other than that, like bro, they're the only three things that I literally go on TikTok to really watch. So all that dancing and shit like that, bro,
They
I don't
probably
know why
thought
that
you
shit
was
be
a
on
they
my
probably thought you
algorithm,
was a young high schooler. You trying to wash cars during the
man.
summer to get money. You play Call of Duty and you want to get in the stock. They probably thought you was nigga high school. They're like, oh, let's show them the high school girls.
That shit crazy. Now, but even then, I
I'm
go
always
on
drinking a water
Instagram.
bottle. I got the fucking water.
I can go on Instagram right now, and if you look, it'll be just it's so many different forms of like woman type content. Where there's women working out, where there's women doing certain type of shit. But if you could look, you'd be like, nah, these girls look a little too young. Like I'll be
Yeah.
honest, but that's like obviously there's a too young. Like these girls might be damn the ninth graders and shit. Then it's the ones that may be a freshman in college or a senior in high school. It's like they could probably push the edge and being provocative, and you not really know that she's too young, bro. Like. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a nigga like academics where you come around a bunch of bitches, you constantly scrolling, bro. And a nigga like that, like let's be real, these niggas they be fucking. They fuck a lot. So they constantly rolling through social media like niggas go through Twitter and constantly swiping. So I'm pretty sure he was in the bitch DMs that might have been a little too young. Like, and it could have been an accident. Now, show me a conversation in a thread where how old you is? I'm 16, I'm 15, and he
He's
like,
still
oh
going.
damn, let me take you out to eat type shit. Like, come to my hotel. Like, nah, that's when we start getting
You're
some crazy shit. But a like
cancels.
you talking about a like or something like that, or let's be real, even though watching it, because how y'all looked at me, like let's say we go through your watch history and you see a nigga like bro, nigga, I can't control what come on my shit. You don't know how long I watched this shit, even if I was for 3 seconds. Like, oh, there go that bitch that can't dance no more. And just swipe again. Like it's in my watch history now, so now I'm a perv. Like, no, that shit's crazy. It's just when you talk about how much content and women and different shit on there, bro, nah, bro. It's gonna be a time where you slip up. I'm sure we've all kind of done that to a degree. To a degree, whether you scroll past it, liked it, or whatever. Like maybe not liked it because I don't be liking too much provocative shit. That's kind of crazy, especially as we get older. But when we was younger, shit, I'm sure we was in college or some
Yeah, I
shit.
mean, it happened in high school. Remember, we was I was talking to that. I think I was a junior, and it was like on Twitter or something. And because I remember when I followed her, her shirt said Humble, so I'm thinking Humble High School. Remember, I said like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I was like, oh, y'all going to the track meet? Because we going to the track meet at y'all school. I'm thinking she Humble High School. Oh, we're not going to say, oh, yeah, is that your school? Why you not going? She said, oh, I'm in 8th grade. I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, I was still a kid, but I was like, this girl's in 8th grade. She's like developed,
Yeah, that
so it's
happened to
like
me too.
let me let me back out of this one.
I was in
I'm out of
10th
here.
or 11th grade, and
I know you talking about that. What's her name? The girl started with a B.
yeah, she ended up being a stripper and everything. Like she
Mm-hmm.
had a wild life. She was a fast young girl.
The
But
girl I'm talking about too. She's a stripper too.
that shit crazy. That
She's a
shit
stripper too.
crazy. Daddy issues. But so she was like I had to probably be like 16, 17. I graduated hella young. I went to college at 17, 16 or whatever. So I think my junior year I might have been either 15 or 16. But she was like 14 or 13 or something like that. So she was like 2 years younger than me. But when she told me her grade, she was in 7th grade. I was like, hell nah. Hell, I'm like, girl, and she was like, well, we can still be friends, bro. I never text her back. I'm like, girl, hell
Yeah,
nah. Like, and
yeah.
this was, if I'm not mistaken, this was after some shit already
Is it
had happened when that was sketchy for
age
me. I
wise?
was like, hell nah.
Age wise, y'all only 3 years. Age wise, you're only like this many years apart. But like when you look at the optics, like I'm in 10th grade, I'm good. Because
That's
like high school's a whole
insane.
other level. Like we're not even in the same stratosphere, bitch. We way on the other side of the country with
I ain't
this.
gonna lie to you. About 2 or 3 years younger. How she turned out? That's all I'm saying.
He
I,
said how she turned out.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. It was one of the ones that it was crazy, but it is what it is.
If I was to put this person on the screen right now, all
That's
these
what I'm
niggas like,
saying. It's like
I
she
got you.
became one of them Instagram model type girls. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, obviously,
yeah,
I wouldn't talk to her because it's so wrong with the girl. But let's be real.
yeah. Niggas capping, but nah. Bryce first day back, battery done died, but we here. We're talking about different shit, Trail, and we're talking. Obviously, when I was at this time, I would have been a junior. I would have still been like 16 turning. We weren't adults. Like, we were still kids. Like if I'm
Yeah, for fact.
16, she 14. Like I'm still a kid. Like we're still young. So it's like it's not that it's a different thing. But
Yeah.
this
2 years
podcast getting
older
canceled.
is not crazy
But
when
you
you're
can
in high
if a
school.
nigga cancel you for high school shit, it's like, bro, you got me, bro. Y'all got me. I'm high school shit. Cool. You got me. But like I said, the difference is we're explaining how you can see something like and be tricked, and then but the difference is when you see it, you correct yourself. I'm good. I will text you that boy. Anyways, yeah, Bryce shit just going crazy, crazy, crazy.
It's not plugged all the way in. That's why.
But yeah. I don't even know if I want to roll into the Epstein Island shit because niggas try to make shit look a little funny here.
Now we gotta talk about it now. We can't run away from that now.
Yeah. We was not on our island, nigga. I never been to no island. I never seen no island, but we at the Epstein Island.
Ain't no island boy.
Now, the academic shit just set up like the only people who care or care to kiss them is
Niggas that ain't like them.
niggas that don't like them. It's like that's what I always say. It's like as long as the people that listen to you still rock with you, then you good. It's like as long as all the chat people still rock with us, we good. The people on Shade Rooms, Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Unlocked, Freddie Gibbs, Meek Mill, like they already don't like them. So it's like they're just looking for something else to not like them more. It's like it ain't gonna do nothing. So it's like you might as well just keep it pushing. And I like what Joe Budden said in a recent interview. He's just like they were asking like, do you? I don't know what they asked him. It was on the pivot. He was like, at this point in my career, in my life, everybody already has an opinion on me, so it don't really like it don't matter. Like nothing new is gonna like y'all know the Esther Baxter shit. Y'all know me proposing on y'all know everything about me already. So nobody's opinion, like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has an opinion on me already. So unless it's something that comes out crazy to where his audience starts to go against him, then that's when it's like, okay, you're done with. But the people who already don't like him, it's like Trump. Like Everybody, if I say Trump's name, everybody has some type of reaction to that, and they feel a certain type of way. So it's like, can't make as long as his people don't hate him, then he'll be all right. But anyways, the Epstein shit, right? So documents came out. There's a lot of documents, and seriously, I don't like about shit like this. Niggas already posting fake documents and shit like that to push they like to have fun on social media. It's like, nah, we need the real shit. Cause that's why I feel like people ain't gonna believe shit. When that's what I said. If a real black book actually came out, I don't think people will give a fuck because there's so much like they made a whole post about Jimmy Kimmel. It was like, oh, this is actually not in any of the documents that have been released. It's just some like shit somebody made. But I can't find it. I can't even actually find the physical files. Like, where are people finding these files at?
Yeah, I couldn't find it either so far. I was still waiting. I mean, I actually went through the flight log that was posted. I don't know if it's gonna be written down in a better way or format that we could read it better, but I don't remember. I think I might have seen Jimmy Kimmel up there. I'm not 100%. I remember seeing Naomi Campbell for a fact. I know Trump was up there for a fact. I remember seeing Clinton multiple times. There was a lot of politicians for sure. But supposedly Wells Fargo getting in trouble with him, and they
Chase.
during. Nah, I know it was Chase for a fact. Chase already had a settlement, but it's supposedly Wells Fargo getting caught up and getting a lawsuit too.
Yeah.
That's what K Ray
But
told
also,
me.
I feel like a lot of these names that you're gonna see on this list are gonna be a lot of people we already like. It's not nothing like when you see Bill Clinton. Yeah, so we been talking about Bill. We've been talking about Trump. Now they got this guy Alan Dershowitz, who one of the victims said that he sexually assaulted her, which he's a lawyer who was helping him get out. Prince Andrews, the royal family already pushed him out. Like, so a lot of these names ain't nobody new that we haven't seen before. I feel like now that the list has been out, I'm looking it up. Nobody's posting no like Bill Gates or
Nah,
like
he was
whoever.
connected.
No, but I'm saying like in these documents, these people's names are in these documents.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
the
think
same name.
so.
It's Trump. It's Bill Clinton. It's Prince Andrews. It's Alan Dershowitz. Like these are the names that you keep seeing. But it's like that's not shocking because that's the names we already knew about.
Yeah.
We knew about
And
Trump.
I
We knew about
feel
Bill. We knew about Prince Andrew.
and I feel like them flight laws was from a long time ago. Like I don't feel like them flight laws from the early 2000s or late 2000s. I mean, I feel like them was in like 90s and shit like that. So unless it's some updated files we don't know about, yeah,
See,
I
but
don't
this is
think
my thing
them
about
gonna
the
be
flight
on
log
there.
shit too. It's like well, I look at the flight log shit because I was saying like I don't know how he ran his plane, so like I could just be speaking on my ass. Like, I don't know if he used his plane, and a lot of people use his plane only for like his shit. But I know billionaires be using their plane as charter shit, right? In a flight log, anybody be on there. So when I was looking at the flight log, how I was looking at it, if it say JM and GM are on the flight with you, like you're on the flight with Epstein and Maxwell, I was like, okay, this is a little whatever. But it's like I was saying, like if Lil Baby in Future, because they don't own planes, they charter people's planes. So say whoever owns that plane gets in trouble and we leak their flight log, it'll show like Lil Baby uses plane, Future uses plane, but it's like they're going through companies to rent this plane. But like I said, I don't know how Jeffrey Epstein
If
used
they
his
went
plane.
through a company to use them,
I
maybe
don't
it's
know.
a different
I
conversation.
was like, I
But
don't know if Jeffrey Epstein ever chartered his plane out or this is like personal favors
I feel
he was
like
able to
even
use.
if you is charting your plane out like that, like you still gotta be connected to him. You ain't just he ain't just charting it to no
Nah,
random
because
ass people.
if a company if it's through a charter company, they're just
But
like
that'd be different flight. I don't feel like it'd have been in some. That wouldn't be a part of Jeffrey
every
Epstein flight law. That'd be a
every
part of the
yeah,
company flight
no,
law.
it'd be all connected to that plane because the FAA and all that type of shit.
But yeah, I feel like the company flight laws wouldn't be like if Jeffrey Epstein got caught for doing something and you was on his personal plane versus you was on something that's a plane that's on a certain like I feel like regulations and shit like that. I feel like
No,
them you
every
can't
plane
just
is
get
regulated.
them. But I'm saying it's private versus like that'd be some I ain't gonna call it public but I feel like if it's through a company and he get caught personally, I don't think the company necessarily is gonna get in trouble and you gotta be able to pull late shit. I don't know how the legal law works just because he owns some shit. Like I don't know, me personally. Because I feel like that's something completely different. Well, unless you got proof that he was moving kids, or let's say he was selling dope, he was moving dope through that private, company or something. That's a different story. But I don't know. I just feel like that's something different. I feel like I feel like it's his personal plane, and it wasn't on some charter shit. If you ask me, from what I was seeing, because even when you look at the people he was connected to, like some other people he had on there was like the person that I think it was Victoria's Secret, in the models that worked for Victoria's Secret, or it might have even been the owner of Victoria's Secret, if I'm not mistaken. He was like going to fight laws, and when you talk about, if you're gonna talk about sex trafficking or moving women and shit like that, I'm sure a lot of the women was told they could be models and all this shit and things like that, and they getting moved around for sex. Like shit, I
Yeah,
see.
see, so
It's
what I'm reading is flying private in most cases, assuming the company you book with values your privacy, can be highly confidential. Regulations require that each charter flight generate several documents: itinerary, flight log, passenger manifest, weight balance, flight plan, and dispatch records. Once the flight lands, only the flight log is required to be preserved as part of the aircraft's flight time record. So, like, all the documents can be destroyed or disposed of after 90 days of completion. So, it's like if you allow your plane to be chartered by people, there's always going to be a flight log tied to that plane, just in case if somebody ever wants to buy your plane, you need every time that plane's been flown, how many hours, how many miles, all that shit like that. So it's like all of those things are tied to this one plane. That's why I say, like, if I see your flight log and it say like Chris Tucker and it say who else on the plane, say JM and GM, it's like you're on the plane with these
yeah,
people.
you
But also
you.
people
It's
could be
hard for you
not
to
on the
get out
plane
of
with him
that.
and get flown. Also, like I said, you can get flown somewhere on that plane using it, but also it's like, did you fly to the island without Jeffrey Epstein? If you have any flights, whoever has flights to the island, you gotta look at all the people kind of
And it
like,
wasn't
all
just his
right,
island;
why
he
you
had a
fly to the
place in
island?
Florida too, I think. And then they had
It
some
was
place
he had New
in
York. He
Cleveland.
had the one in New York, the little school he bought. He turned to a mansion, and I think it was New Mexico. He had like a big property as well. He was
And if
flying
I'm
people
not
all the time.
mistaken, Cleveland and New Mexico too. I mean, Cleveland and Florida too.
Oh shit! I know he got a Florida spot. I know he had a New York spot. I know he had a New Mexico spot. I know he had the island. I didn't know about nowhere else that he might have
Cause
had as
it's
well.
somebody else that's heavy that was in Cleveland that they've been trying to tie into a lot of this shit. I forget his name now, but it was somebody else that was in Cleveland. I think it was the Victoria's Secret person or something like that. But
Okay.
it's been a little minute since I got into that research. But he had a bunch of different places, so I could easily see him people flying in different places without him. But like you said, if you seen those initials, you know for a fact that they was doing some type of business and dirt with him. But even then, I feel like a dude like that, you can't use his shit without him getting information on you or potentially looking like they could use you in the future. Like, cause you gotta think like, what was Maxwell, like her Maxine or whatever her shit, like her role was. It was to recruit people. Like she recruited
Yeah.
women. She even similar to Joe Biden's son. Like Joe Biden is like the public figure, but when it's time to actually do the business, his son come and step up. So she kind of is that person. So if you on the flight laws, I feel like they looking at that shit like, hey, this person using our shit, this person connected to this person that already fuck with it. Because at the end of the day, how did you even learn how to get to Epstein shit? You were fucking with somebody that fuck with Epstein. Like it's inevitable. So if you fucking with them, they gonna feel like, hey, we can get to that person in a meeting or shit. They probably already tied into the club, bro. You don't get this far knowing certain people without being in the club, if you ask me. So, especially that high, I really think it's more politicians than it is gonna be. It's gonna be some celebrities and shit for sure. I believe it's gonna be some even possibly Beyonce, um, or maybe not. I don't know if it's gonna be on there, but I could easily see them type of people being on there. But I think it's gonna be more celebrities than excuse me, politicians, because I just feel like that was the role. Like you seen the bankers, obviously talk about Chase, Wells Fargo. Like I think the celebrities was a part of it, but they were really trying to get these politicians.
Yeah, I gotta see because people keep saying like I feel like a lot of people um do shit for like clickbait on Twitter and shit like that. It's like this is the list. Like I just feel like the little black book. This ain't that. Like this ain't like this ain't Maxwell writing down like Prince Andrews. We got him a 15-year-old. This is like you asking about people in passing. Like, have you ever seen this person before? Yeah. Have you ever seen this person at a place? Yeah. And like I said, if they were actual criminal shit, this is the Justice Department that's releasing it. So you would think that if they could do anything about it, they would do something about it. So it's like you're gonna drop it. The public's gonna have something to say about it, but like if they were already going to arrest Bill Clinton, I mean, he's a president, so there's a lot of politics and shit behind that. I feel like they would have did it. I feel like nothing's going to actually come from it because also most people who care about shit like this already think Bill Clinton is a nasty ass nigga. Hillary Clinton's a nasty ass woman. They already have feelings about Prince Andrews. They already got feelings about Donald Trump's. Like, I don't know what's going to actually happen from it. Like, in the thing, it said, oh, Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein told me that Bill Clinton likes girls younger. It's like, that's the same thing Trump said about Jeffrey Epstein 2002, and that nigga became the president. And they was talking about that before he became the president. So it's like my thing is what's gonna actually
More
happen?
predictions.
Yeah, what's gonna actually happen to the people?
Everybody riot and realize
I don't think niggas
been
give a fuck. I
we
think people just be
we've been
chatting.
tricked. But I went. This is what I'm saying because this is the allegedly this would be the names: the Oprahs, the Obamas, like and then let's say that's just the beginning of some of the truth that come out because it's like oh we get to that and it's like people start all right, let's do more research. What's really been fucking going on? Like, who knows, bro? Who knows? I obviously like I said that's a super bold prediction, but what if we break out into some crazy rage type shit like it's obviously it's possible when we see other nations and countries they be doing that shit all the time. Like it's some farmers like right now, and I don't think it's in America. It might be Europe. It's some farmers like bro, they've been fucking up this Capitol building up. Like they've been throwing manure, fertilizer, hay, all type of trash with the farming equipment and shit like that all around the whatever. It's like I don't remember where that was at, but man, I don't know, man. Maybe people just getting sick of it. It's like inflation is crazy. People maybe on the edge. Something like this come out where it's like all of our leaders, bro, are pedophile rapists.
But see, I'm just looking at it like because this is
The
like
democracy will fall.
this was a this what it is a lawsuit, right? That's what it is. It's a lawsuit, and they released like depositions from this girl who's accusing Jeffrey Epstein or whatever, whatever. I just feel like if it was such a bombshell, the shit's been out for like what 6 hours now, and all I see on Twitter, everybody saying is Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Alan Dershowitz. Like even the concern, even like the people who really hate like the Obamas, if Obama name was already in here, they would have
It'd have
been
been
like
out.
posted Obama. Oh, like they'd have been posted. But all I keep seeing is Alan Dershowitz, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton,
Cause
the
that's
niggas we
the
already know
thing.
about.
That's the thing. I need everything released. I need everything released as far as like shit found in his house, video footage. Like, wasn't no video footage or nothing ever.
See, that's
Yeah,
a
like
different story. That's like okay, you know, that should get released. Expose. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the difference from the way that the Epstein list. The Epstein, no, this is a lawsuit of depositions and shit. This isn't Ghislaine Maxwell's private server where she kept all the evidence and blackmailing. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was getting
mhm.
released, that's a different story. Ghislaine Maxwell's blackmail is being released to the public. But they're not gonna release. You gotta think. You think the government's gonna actually release that shit? Like whatever they're giving you, you got to know it's probably gonna be some bullshit. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Alan Dershowitz. Okay, they're not gonna give y'all. You think they're gonna give people the juicy shit, the real shit? That was in my pocket. I said the real shit, the real people that you going. You're not gonna fucking these people. You think they're gonna? You got people fighting for their name not to even be mentioned in the shit. Some people's name got redacted still because they said they got to push back for 30 more days trying to fight to get their name off the shit. So it's like, you know, I think it's. I feel like a lot of people do this shit for engagement. Like it gets a lot of people excited. The Epstein conspiracy theory is like a big, grandiose thing. I don't think it's conspiracy at this point. Like it's kind of confirming what goes on in these places, but just like the confirmation of who was there, when was there, what was done. I just don't feel like that. Just the higher ups niggas ain't letting that shit really get out to the people. I
Yeah,
just
but
don't.
nah, it goes so deep. When I go into the piece of gay conspiracies, it's so many different. I've seen Kevin Hart talk about it. I've seen what's the guy Adam Sandler. Seen the lady from Friends talk about it. We seen Ella. She was Ellen DeGeneres or whatever her name is with the she got like the red face like just peeled off skin peeled off her face on the jacket
Oh,
that she was
Kathy
wearing.
Griffin.
Uh, uh,
That might be
I
some
was
other
talking about
ones.
It's more. It's a lot of celebrities that's wore it. Justin Bieber is wore it. So it's like when I think about the cult and these symbols, and like I said, I've literally seen Beyonce and Jay Z deal with people that are known Satanists. Like literally, I seen Jay Z bow down to a Satanist in a music video that was his. Like nobody knew who she was, but you do the research. It's crazy. Like she performed little
Talking about the
parties and shit.
nasty looking lady. She was
Yeah.
like she's
She
dying.
like a witch. She looked like a
Yeah,
witch. She
yeah.
had these little parties where she got human bodies displayed as fake bodies and got blood and shit and people eating it. Like Beyonce and I said Jay Z, Lady Gaga got heavily affiliated with these type of people. So when I just think about the industry, I feel like if what I be wanting to happen with these type of things is like this be the slippery slope for us to like for other things to come out. That's how I be hoping and feeling. But obviously, it be you be more right than wrong in this conversation when you say nothing's really gonna happen. I feel like that's more likely to happen than what I would want to happen. Where all the different like, well, it's just interesting, bro. Because I like I said, could 2024 be the year of the truth with the Epstein shit like that? But it seemed like the Diddy shit gonna only get more
Yeah,
crazier.
where the Diddy list at?
Yeah, that's gonna be. It seemed like that's not gonna be too well for him going out, and it seemed like obviously people trying to get act. I don't know how much this shit is true or not, but it just seemed like, bro, if you live a shady lifestyle, your head might be on the fence, and who knows, man? Maybe all of Hollywood get told about because you see more people that's willing to be like Cat Williams because you have like if you really got your ear to the conspiracy theory shit like that, you be seeing the different celebrities talk about the teenage abuse and shit like that. It was this one girl, I can't remember what TV show she was on. It was this white girl talking about it. She was like, people talk about dealing with fame and shit was like how you deal with fame as a 15-year-old and the rape and molestation. Like I forget what she was, but it was she was like on she was one of these Disney shows or one of these Nickelodeon shows. I forget what it was, but you also see I forget the dude name. What's the girl name? Amanda Bynes
Amanda
show.
Bynes. Yeah,
The dude that created that show, he also dealt with
Ariana Grande.
yeah,
Or
and that
Grande. Yeah,
the show with the little rock star people that was singing in school and shit, whatever the fuck it was, not High School
High School
Musical, boy.
Musical.
Nah, not that shit, but whatever the shit was with the
Camp
very
Rock.
goddamn. Nah, it wasn't that either. It was it's just a TV show with the black dude that's he made the song for SZA.
Oh, I know what I don't know I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I forget the name of the show. It wasn't too much my era, but he was in charge of doing that, and it's some real weird shit. iCarly, he was the same dude. So it's like when you just when that's the shit I want to all kind of come out. The more people talking about that shit, more people being like Cat Williams, and I wonder if enough of that shit came out at the same kind of time, would it kind of create this fire on how we view life? Because this is our politicians and the people that run shit from that aspect, and then most our entertainment industry. Like these are two like juggernauts as far as like where people minds is at and shit like that outside of the day-to-day work and stress and shit like that. But even then it's like they kind of control that shit too as far as the politicians. Like, why are we listening to these niggas for taxes and all this other shit when these niggas be doing all type of shit with our money? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a crazy story. It's
I
a
don't
crazy
know.
world, man.
It's like because I feel like Harvey Weinstein was obviously like for Hollywood the maybe Harvey Weinstein was just the scapegoat. Like, hey, okay, we got one of them out. There's probably like 50 more people just like Harvey Weinstein. Probably people
Yeah.
that's worse than Harvey Weinstein that's in Hollywood still right now, working, doing what they got to do. It's like, but you be the scapegoat. Fuck it, Harvey. You been here for a long time. You had your chance. You're done.
They were trying to do that
You're
to
gone.
Tyler Perry, and then who else? Recently,
Yeah, I didn't like that dude. I'm like, bitch, you gonna say what happened to you or not? Shut the fuck up.
but when like I said, I'm not agreeing with all these times, but obviously it just seemed like people are willing to step out on this ledge. Obviously, as a part of the Me Too movement and some other things, but whatever slippery slopes led us to get to this, it seemed like it may be able to tilt some shit. Well, it was another dude that was like he was getting bent over. He walked Will Smith, like that shit came out. And it's just like I don't know, man. People seem like they willing to come out and tell these crazy stories now. Because it was the one girl that was talking about Diddy. She was talking about how how all the people around Diddy died. And then like I'm thinking she kind of sounded like just a crazy girl that, maybe had a little insight that was there in the moment, but she seemed like she kind of a little loony. Nigga, she start coming out. It's like what happened with the I forget. I know we talked about it recently, but the girl that got killed, don't somebody have like some type of messages or something from her or something like that I don't know. It was something crazy. I forget the girl and the situation with Diddy, but supposedly he had killed one of these girls that was super close to him. And I forget if Cassidy had some information on it or something like that.
Oh,
Where
his wife or his ex-wife got killed or she died somehow. You talking about
okay,
that?
yeah, I think so.
And people saying like some there's some like people like kind of be like, we know what you did, or like they like kind of like
When somebody
not saying that there.
people start bringing light to it where it was like more than the conversation outside of that lady was just talking about it. It was just
Yeah,
dark skinned lady. I don't know if y'all probably seen the interview or whatever, but
yeah,
she was kind of having her rants kind of a couple months before this ended up happening. So it's like it's more people like that gonna start coming out and talking and shit like that. And it's like I don't know, man. It be feeling that way, bro. I be seeing more shit with flat Earth shit, bro. I be seeing so much shit with like just people coming out with the truth. And maybe it's just my algorithm on Twitter, but it be seeming like a lot more people be having these conversations and bringing it to the forefront. And TikTok and all this different shit making it very hard for these niggas to keep a hold on things.
yeah. 'Cause that's where I saw the Nickelodeon guy. That was from TikTok. Um, it
Nah,
was
it wasn't Demi Lovato.
man, all them girls get molested and shit like that. And they don't be saying it until later on, and then they became big famous Hollywood stars or whatever. And it's like, oh, this guy did this to me, and it's like, fuck, you was a kid, and they was doing that shit to you. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else.
Nah,
That's all
that's
I
just
got.
it. That was all I had too.
It was fun. First stream of the year, first podcast of the year. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for being here. Um, we got a couple more things. We got the whole year. I said a couple more things. We got the whole year. See, like I'm fucking tired. I'm just blabbing at this point. But anyways, I'm gonna read more to the Epstein shit. But like I said, from what I've seen so far, it's just Dershowitz, Bill Clinton, and Trump, the same people we seen. I've got a lot of these people on social media and Twitter, like who hype it up, like it's coming, you guys. They're doing it's like farm engagement from people to rile people up, and then it'd be nothing.
They
But it
want a
got a
lot of people
million
want
retweets
views.
and likes and whatever like that. So we'll see, man. I'll read into it. I'll look at it, see if there's any actual names on there. Like I said, if Obama name was on there, come on, that should have been fucking every conservative motherfucker in the world would have been posting about that shit by now. They couldn't wait to shit on Obama. Even like shit, George Bush name wasn't even that motherfucker. But Jeffrey Epstein has a weird picture of George Bush, so it's like I don't know, you know. So, but that's all we got for today, man. Make sure you subscribe, channel, subscribed already. Bryce, any words for the people before we get about here?
Yeah, take it easy, man. Have a good one. Stay tuned for next week, man. We'll be back.
We'll be out. Peace.